Basic proportionality theorem. Basic proportionality theorem states that a line drawn parallel to one side of a triangle when intersecting the other two sides at two different points, then the two sides are divided in equal ratios. That is, we need to prove that in this model, AD by DB is equal to AE divided by EC. So let's look at this model to understand how we can prove this theorem. Now, there are certain constructions to be made before we start proving it. First of all, we will draw a parallel line DE which is parallel to BC. Then we are going to draw a perpendicular to the line AB, which is EF. So here EF is perpendicular to this line AB, and we also draw a perpendicular line GD to AC. We need to join CD and EB. Once this is done, we'll start proving the theorem. Now consider this triangle ADE. The area of this triangle is half into base into height. So half into AD, which is the base here, and EF, which is the height here. EF, the perpendicular, is going to be the height. So half into AD into EF. Just put that as equation number 1. Then you consider triangle EDB. Here again the area of this triangle is half into base into height. So half into DB into EF. EF will be the height for triangles. Okay. So half into DB into EF. Mark this as equation number 2. Now divide equation 1 and 2. So area of triangle ADE divided by area of triangle EDB, which is half into AD into EF divided by half into BD into EF. After solving, we get AD by DB. So mark this as equation number 3. Now let's consider this triangle ADE. Now the base we are going to consider is AE. So this GD is going to be the perpendicular, which is the height. So the area of this triangle ADE is half into AE into GD. That is, mark it as number 4. Now consider this triangle EDC. Here the area of this triangle is half into EC into GD. Mark this as number 5. Now divide equation number 4 and 5. That is area of triangle ADE divided by area of triangle EDC. That is half into AE into GD divided by half into EC into GD. So when you solve that, you will get AE by EC. Mark that as equation number 6. Look at this triangle EDB and EDC. These two triangles are congruent triangles because they are drawn with the same base and in between the parallel lines. So area of triangle EDB is equal to EDC. Now equate equation number 3 and 6, which will be AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Hence the theorem proved.